Right, we're off on a new adventure. I'm just this is more a positioning day, so I'm just walking to Leicester station. It's about 5-6 miles from where I live. I could get a lift, but I always find this is a good way of just checking that all my kit's alright and everything before I start on the walk proper. So I think I've mentioned before, I'm heading down to visit my friends Steve and Kate, who live down in Bristol. Just going to spend the night with them, and then I'm going to try and walk back home, back to Ratley, which is near Leicester. I've done a sort of very vague route on OS maps, but I've not tinkered with it at all, so I just let it plot it, and then actually that's not true, and then I've sort of made it go so it's walking up the Severn for a bit, but after that I'm just going to play it by ear. I think it's as it's plotted, it's looking about 120 miles. I'm imagining it'll be fairly flat, but like I say, I've done very limited research, so I reckon 5 days to get home, all being well. So the plan is to wild camp on the way up, so that's all new. So I'm a little bit nervous because this isn't obviously a recognised route, Bristol to Leicester. I'm sure people have walked it before, but it's not like the West Highland Way or the South West Coastal Path that's actually a proper route. So I'm a little bit worried. I'm doing something that I feel is a little bit out of my comfort zone. I'm quite worried about trying to find wild camps and things like that, but I just keep telling myself that it's no different to what you normally do. The only thing is this isn't a recognised route, but other than that it's the same. I'm sure it'll be okay. If not, I'll just ring up and get picked up. It's not like I'm in the middle of nowhere, is it? Google Maps says I'm going to miss my train, but I think we tend to walk faster than Google Maps. Find out shortly. I'll get halfway there and I'll have to ring my dad and get him to pick me up and drive me the rest of the way. So I'm going to try and avoid that. That's it. I'm on my way. The plan, I've plotted the first 8 miles, and that's just to get me out of Bristol and get me to the River Severn. And I think there's then there's the King Charles path there that should be just take me up to Gloucester, although I should be able to cut a few corners. But anyway, so I've just got 8 miles plotted on my watch that will get me to that path. So that's all I'm doing at the moment, just focusing on getting out of the streets of Bristol. I've gone wrong a couple of times already, but we're roughly going in the right direction. It's sort of northwest I'm heading, which isn't a direct line to Leicester. It's going the wrong way, in fact, but it just gets me out of town and then gets me onto a path that I think will probably be okay maintained. We will find out. I'm desperately nervous, you know, desperately nervous, because I've said before, because this isn't a proper route, I feel like I shouldn't be doing it. Just sort of making it up as I go along, and I'm really worried about the camping, worried that I won't be able to find somewhere, worried about the walking as well. I think I just get, once I've got to the River Severn, I'm sure I'll calm down a bit, but at the moment I feel sick, really sick with worry, and like I say, I feel like I shouldn't be doing this. Good news is my website tracker seems to be working, so that's a relief, because I was fiddling with the software a couple of days ago. Really haven't tested it properly for this walk, but so far so good. So I'm just gonna follow this first 8 miles, like I say, that I've plotted, and then probably have a rest and take stock and see where we're at. Check that everything's still okay. But yeah, no disrespect to Bristol. Bristol's a lovely place, but I'm looking forward to getting out of the town, the city, getting out into the countryside. Might give me a bit of space to let my brain recover, calm down a bit. Why am I doing this? I'm such an idiot. we're making progress. I think, well, I know, hopefully you can see, that's the Severn Bridge there, that's the newer Severn Bridge. And I think when I carry on walking, next couple of miles, I'll get to the older, the original Severn Bridge. I'm about eight miles in. Things are going okay, I think. I'm out of Bristol now. I think the sign just past said I've got into Gloucestershire. Obviously very early days yet. But getting out of Bristol wasn't too bad. Wasn't bad at all, actually. Some nice little paths and stuff. I messed up a bit. I didn't, because I was rushing to get ready yesterday. I didn't have a lighter for my stove, and I didn't pack any water or anything like that. Luckily, I worked for a little housing estate. I don't know where it was, and they had a Morrison's there, so I've picked up a bottle of water, some sweets, and a couple of packs of soup noodles, and a lighter. Kept on saying to myself, "Don't forget the lighter, Ben." That's the sort of thing I do. So now I can, theoretically, assuming I've packed the stove and everything, I can cook myself something for tea tonight. I've already stopped for lunch. I just had some sandwiches I bought yesterday. Yeah, my mind's a bit better now. As I've been walking around, even though it's still quite built up now, even though I've made it now to the coastal path, it's still quite built up. It's the factories and stuff. But I have been looking around, and even though I'm not going to stop yet, there are places that I feel like at a push I would camp. So that's one of my biggest worries, and I'm starting to think maybe it'll be all right. Maybe I'll just be able to tuck myself away somewhere where I can't be seen, and it'll be all right. But yeah, I know everyone has anxiety in different ways. Mine just get carried away. I just start thinking, oh, what are you doing on this wall? Why did you make that decision you made a year and a half ago about work? And it sort of escalates. But then I stopped, had some lunch, got to the coastal path, saw the Severn Bridge and stuff, and saw that I would be able to camp, and I just started to calm down a bit. So I think we'll be all right. You just question why you do things sometimes, don't you? Well, I do anyway. Although I do some stupid things. Anyway, so yeah, 9 miles in. My plotted route to get me to the Severn is now over, but I'm just going to follow this coastal path, it's called, until I've had enough today, I think, and then just stop and camp. So I don't think I need any mapping or anything like that. I think I just follow this path. That's the plan for now. Anyway, I'm going to try and enjoy myself. This is fun after all. I didn't realise this, but the Severn Bridge, the original one, it's like made up of 2 bridges. So there's a big suspension bridge and then there's a smaller suspension bridge. I guess they utilised that bit of land in the middle so they could span it better. That's probably why they picked that spot, I guess. So I'm a bit lost. My map shows the path going straight ahead. I can't see a way through straight ahead. So I don't know what to do. I can't get through there. So I'm just going to walk up here and see what happens, I think. No. I think I can get through there. Right, okay, panic over. Both 7 bridges are now behind me, so I feel like we're making some really good progress. Got a little bit lost trying to get around the older of the 7 bridges. It's a bit awkward, and there was the services there. I was so disappointed that I didn't need the toilet, because I would have gone and used them. There was a little hotel there as well, so I could have just checked in. Got rid of some of my concerns for later. So I'm 15.5 miles into the walk, making our way up the side of the 7. Really nice walk. Loads of animals, mainly cattle, but lots of birds as well. Not many people. Really nice. There's rain forecast for not until 7 o'clock. It's now 4:30, so I'm just going to keep walking to as near to 7 o'clock as I can. We're getting to that stage of the day where I start getting jittery about the camp. I'm a bit worried because it's a lot of farmers' fields at the moment, and there's cattle on them, so I can't camp on as it is at the moment. But I'll keep pushing on, and hopefully there'll be something a little bit different, so I can pitch up somewhere. It's normal to get worried, I think. Well, I normally get worried at this stage, so I'm not gonna think too much about it. I think it sunsets but it's not on my watch. But I think sunset's around 7 as well, and the rain's around 7, so I've got to be, ideally I'll be looking to get something before that, but we'll see. I'll keep pressing on. Maybe if I can get 20 miles in today, that wouldn't be too bad considering my late start. I had a very good night last night. It was really nice to catch up with my friends, but probably drank a couple of glasses too many wine. So, couple of glasses of wine too many. That's better, isn't it? Yeah. So I felt a bit tired this morning. So I didn't get going till about, I don't know, 11. So, but I skipped the shower, save a bit of time. I'm sure my friends are impressed. But I'm going to stink anyway. Right. I'm going to press on. I'll tell you what, I've enjoyed looking at the bridges. Bridges are amazing. Whoever makes them, very clever. I wouldn't know where to start. And the amount of weight they have to take fascinates me. Anyway, I'm going to push on. I'm going to try not to worry too much, because it won't help. Worrying doesn't help, does it? I'll just keep going, and if you know what, if I do find a spot, maybe around sort of the 5:30 mark, maybe I'll just stop and just sort of hang around rather than carrying on and risk not finding another spot. Although it might be a moot point, I might not find anything. Right, I'll keep going. Okay, I think I've found somewhere. I'm being quiet because I'm quite near a farmhouse, I think. The path's just down there. I've been walking for about an hour longer than I wanted to. Just couldn't find anywhere to stop. But this has got a bit of... I'm in a woodland, so I think I've got a bit of security. I am near a disused power station, and I did see a van and stuff in the car park, so I think there's still some activity around there. But yeah, I'm going to risk it. I'm going to set up the tent now while I don't need a torch, and just try and try and keep quiet, and hopefully I'll get a night's sleep here. Scary, exciting. Sometimes wondering why I'm doing this. But yeah, something keeps on making me come back. I'm not sure what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna pitch up here, and yeah, get up bright and early in the morning. Try and get some miles. I've done 23.5 miles today, which isn't too bad considering the late sort of hangover-ish start. Wasn't a full-blown hangover, but yeah, felt a bit, foggy. Anyway, I blame Kate. Right, I'm going to put my tent up.